On Apple Valley News now, new developments in the shooting of a loss prevention officer at the Valley Mall, who police say they've arrested.
And we're tracking conditions for the first day of winter, which is tomorrow, and the latest developments in my First Alert forecast.
Plus, the ribbon cutting marking the improvements on the Yakima Greenway.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling. Washington State Patrol is trying to identify and locate a driver they say fired multiple shots into the air while driving this morning on I-182 in Pasco. Authorities say a man was getting onto the freeway off of 20th just after 8 a.m. and stopped in the median after he noticed another driver pointing a gun at him. The suspect was driving a blue two-door Ford F-150 and fired multiple shots into the air before continuing westbound. No one was injured, but WSP wants to hear from anyone who was there or might know something about the suspect or his vehicle. If you know something, you can contact Detective Ryan Sauve at 509-572-5161. Authorities have arrested a 24-year-old man they believe shot a loss prevention officer inside the Valley Mall in Union Gap on Monday night. Union Gap police say they had entered the license plate number of a vehicle associated with the suspect into the Flock system. This morning, one of Sunnyside PD's cameras caught a glimpse of that plate number and alerted them that the vehicle was in the area. Police then located the suspect near East Yakima Valley Highway and East Lincoln Avenue in Sunnyside and arrested him.
So this is an example of technology helping dedicated law enforcement professionals locate a dangerous suspect and take them into custody safely without any further incident.
The shooting victim, a 37-year-old Yakima man, had to have surgery after being shot in both hands, but has been released from the hospital. The suspect booked into jail and facing charges of first-degree assault, first-degree burglary, and second-degree unlawful possession of a firearm. The Southeast Communications Center, or CCOM, the dispatch center answering calls in Benton and Franklin counties, takes 15,000 non-emergency calls and 1,000 emergency calls per month. A new system went live last week meant to streamline the communication processes and expedite service delivery for people calling the non-emergency dispatch line. It's called the Phone Tree system. When you call, you'll hear options. This is to ease the calls that the dispatch center doesn't handle and send them to the correct place. CCOM Operations Manager Gwen Stanley says they haven't heard much pushback because many people are familiar with this type of system.
Some of our callers, are used to hearing prompts and other things that they've called, so it's, just another one that's been added. We haven't really had any negative feedback. We had some unanticipated problems with it at the beginning, but it never impacted anybody being able to reach us or us in handling the calls, and that's since been resolved, so far so good.
The non-emergency phone number 509-628-0333 is for a call that requests law enforcement, fire, or EMS personnel that doesn't involve a life or death situation. Emergencies should be directed to 911. CCOM is also still experiencing a staffing shortage, down about a dozen staff members. You can find more information on our website, applevalley.newsnow.com. Also, according to Stanley, the issue we talked about several days ago where some 911 callers didn't hear ringing while waiting for a dispatcher to pick up has been resolved. She says she wasn't sure what caused the problem, but it has been fixed. Let's talk weather. Stacey Lee joins us now with your First Alert weather forecast.
And not looking too bad this evening, although at least in the Columbia Basin area and many of our areas we were socked in with fog. There is clear skies with some sunshine above that, but we just didn't get there today. 44 degrees on our Dust Devil Giza Skycam. Winds are light, 6 miles an hour. Our feels like temp is 41 degrees. I was doing a little flashback on some of my Facebook memories. Many times on this day we had snow on the ground. Not so much this year. Look at these temperatures outside around the area. On the warm side, we're still sitting at 40 degrees in Dayton, 41 in Yakima, 39 in Cle Elum, much warmer than we've been seeing over the last several days. And Cle Elum finally has been able to get out of the fog, so maybe we saw some sun breaks in the upper valley. We're starting to see clearing skies tonight in the Columbia Basin. It's been pretty socked in today, though, between Pendleton and Walla Walla. Here's the weather pattern. We're watching Southern California, looking for lots of rain. That could cause travel interruptions for folks folks traveling that way. And our next system starts to move in on Friday. I'll discuss more details about that coming up. Patchy, dense fog possible again tonight. We could see some of that drizzle out of the fog in some areas as well. Look for scattered showers back to the area on Friday. And we're going to see some mountain pass light snow at pass level right on Friday when a lot of people are going to be commuting. I'll get to all the details in your First Alert full weather forecast. Jill?
Thank you, Stacy. DNA technology has identified a victim of the Green River Killer. The tech helped identify Lori Ann Raspotnik, who disappeared at age 15 in 1982. Her remains turned up in 1985 along with a second set of remains. At the time, investigators could not identify them. Gary Ridgway pleaded guilty in 2003 to murdering 48 women. He's serving a life sentence at the state penitentiary in Walla Walla. We have a heads up for you as the holiday travel surge begins. There's a single lane closure on westbound I-90 over the Vantage Bridge. That's as crews conduct maintenance. That single lane closure ends tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. A class action lawsuit filed this week against Navy Federal Credit Union alleges the lender discriminated against Black and Latino applicants. A CNN investigation found the credit union had the widest disparity in conventional mortgage approval rates between white and Black borrowers of any major lender last year. More than 75% of white borrowers received approval in 2022, compared to less than 50% of Black borrowers who applied for the same type of loan in the same year. That data comes from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Tuesday, Navy Federal announced it hired a civil rights attorney to assess its mortgage lending policies and practices. There's a legal battle building that could have major effects on the 2024 presidential campaign trail after former President Trump has been disqualified from appearing on the primary ballot in Colorado. His campaign calling the decision completely flawed. ABC's Liz Landers has more on the decision and the political ramifications.
A historic decision from the Colorado Supreme Court barring former President Donald Trump from the presidential primary ballot. The ruling based on a little-known part of the Constitution. Section 3 of Amendment 14 bars anyone from holding office who took an oath to the Constitution and then, quote, engaged in insurrection or rebellion. A watchdog group in Washington called Crew sued on behalf of Coloradans, saying Trump was ineligible under the provision due to the insurrection on January 6th at the Capitol. The court agreed with them 4-3. Colorado Secretary of State, a Democrat, reacting on MSNBC.
I agree with the Colorado Supreme Court's decision. But with that said, I will follow the law and the United States Constitution because unlike Donald Trump, I believe that's what elected officials should be doing. And if a court decides that he is on the ballot, I, of course, will follow that.
President Trump's lawyer Alina Habba saying Wednesday that he's not shaken by the decision, and this is the way Mr. Trump's been treated since kicking off his first campaign in 2015. The campaign told ABC News that they plan to appeal the decision to the U.S. Supreme Court, setting up a monumental decision ahead of the 2024 election.
I think this hurts any candidate running against Donald Trump at this point. This will rally Republican primary voters around Donald Trump. It makes Democrats look like they're going after Donald Trump, again, instead of going after him at the ballot box, trying to not even give voters a say in who their elected leaders are.
President Biden, likely to face off with Trump in the general election, declining to weigh in when asked by reporters today, but when asked if Trump is an insurrectionist, saying,
well, I think certainly they're self-evident. You saw it all. Now, whether the 14th Amendment applies, I'll let the court make that decision. But he certainly supported an insurrection. And no question about it. None. Zero.
That was ABC's Liz Landers reporting. Trump's Republican rivals defending him on this issue at an event in Iowa today. Governor Ron DeSantis said that the 2024 election should be about issues, not focused on trials and lawsuits. Border Patrol has been apprehending record numbers of migrants at the southern border as they enforce Texas Governor Greg Abbott's new law. The law, known as SB 4, allows law enforcement to arrest people suspected of entering the U.S. illegally. ABC News sources say more than 10,000 migrants were apprehended yesterday, following a record 11,000 Monday. Surges of migrants keep arriving, facing cold temperatures as they await processing. Lawmakers are calling for a solution.
We need to surge immigration judges to the border. This is America. People need to get their cases heard in days, not years. and if they do not qualify for asylum, they need to be deported.
El Paso County has joined the ACLU's lawsuit against the state, arguing the new law could overburden jails and pose a threat to mixed status families. Big changes are underway for the 20-mile-long Yakima Greenway. Tonight, we're talking about the new visitor center at Sarge Hubbard Park, where Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony earlier today.
It's part of a series of improvements that the Yakima Greenway has been looking at doing for years, including the renovation of their 16th Avenue parking lot, which was announced last week. But this step is a big improvement.
3, 2, 1.
The old visitor center was run out of a small house that was donated to the Greenway back in the 1990s. The new one is a large, energy-efficient facility with solar panels and enough space inside for board members to gather and where visitors can learn all about the Greenway's history.
The Greenway means so much to so many people, whether they use it for exercise, for recreation and bringing their family, having a class reunion, or just having some peace and quiet. And so a visitor center like this will allow them to come and experience even more of what the Greenway has to offer for them.
Coming up at 6, we'll have an inside look at that new visitor center, plus more information about further improvements that are planned for the Yakima Greenway. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
2 local teens turning heads with their accomplishments at a robotics competition. We'll share more about it next. Plus, a harrowing experience. A hiker talks about surviving a 1,200-foot fall down a ravine in Olympic National Park. And find out what's in store for the first day of winter. Stacey Lee is tracking the First Alert forecast next on Apple Valley News Now.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale. Thank you for voting us Yakima's first choice for personal injury, civil law, and best overall law firm.
We are honored and grateful to be part of this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore.
Yes, it is. Wait, guys. The Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone from US Cellular.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
The chill of winter has always been warmed by the glow of tradition, which sometimes starts as a simple gift that is then passed from generation to generation. The holiday season gives us just one more reason to find joy in the little things. And as years fly by, we realize the true gift is actually in the time we get to share together. This season, as past gifts turn into today's treasures, here's to creating that one more cherished moment with the ones you love. Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, celebrating tradition since 1905.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. The beauty of Washington State can be inspiring with snow-capped peaks and lush forests. One hiker who was exploring the wilderness needed a rescue after falling 1,200 feet down a ravine. Erica Zucca reports.
This is where Naval Air Station Whidbey's search and rescue team says a hiker fell more than 1,200 feet Saturday on Mount Eleanor in the Olympic National Forest, prompting a quick rescue in difficult terrain.
We got on scene and we saw multiple avalanche paths, and using our night vision goggles, because it was totally dark outside, we were able to see the top of the mountain where there were a bunch of footprints from him and his partner, but we couldn't really see where the footprints ended up going.
The hiker was able to flash a light so they could find him. Mount Eleanor is popular in the summer when the ground looks much different. This rescue happened after little snowpack and lots of rain led to icy trails and the aftermath of avalanches. Dangerous chutes, hikers can slip down. Conditions meant the crew had to be careful while lowering a member to hoist the hiker up.
Biggest concern, at least for me in the back, is we spot someone there, right, and potential avalanche danger. So if we come into a hover, we could potentially start another avalanche.
Avalanche risks and ice-packed paths will be a concern for the next few months. Olympic Mountain Rescue, which coordinated ground operations for this rescue, says awareness is key.
Number one is to be prepared, not only with equipment, but the proper training and knowing what you're getting into, and using the resources that are available. Northwest Avalanche Center this time of year is anytime you're going into the backcountry, check their forecasts and see what the conditions are.
Earlier this month, Hermiston High School students attended their first ever combat robotics competition, the Crimson Bot Brawl, held at Washington State University. The students, Carson and Hayden Newton, brothers and juniors at HHS, took part in all three competitions. This is a video of one of their bots competing. In the competition, the Newtons took first place in both the plastic ant weights and full metal ant weights categories, even taking out a top 10 nationally ranked plastic ant weight bot and 2 ranked bots in the metal division. They also received third place in the beetle weight division, a feat their engineering teacher Colin Haynes says is pretty remarkable. Right now, Hermiston High School doesn't have a robotics club, but Haynes is hoping that following their stellar performance that they can move forward with the program.
Basically, these two served as, I want to say, like a proof of concept that, you know, our kids can compete and they can do really well, and they had a really good time too, which is important.
Haynes says there's been a lot of interest since the idea was first thrown around last year. The bots were built with spare parts and electronics provided by their teacher, and together they built some competition-worthy robots.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, here we are, Wednesday, December 20th, 5 days till Christmas, and tomorrow, first day of winter. Winter solstice officially kicks off. So as we take a look at our sunset times, guess what? Those numbers will start going up instead of backwards. So we'll start seeing a little more daylight each and every day. 44 degrees, Legends Casino Skycam. Our feels like temp right now, 41. So warmer than we've been seeing the last couple of nights at this time. Let's take a look at our satellite and radar. We're keeping an eye on Southern California. Plus, we have a system heading in our direction, but until then, we're in between systems. We're watching Southern California closely as we head towards the holiday weekend. A lot of people are flying down to see family, and they're looking for some potential widespread flooding in that area. Here comes our next system. That'll be on Friday as that jet stream changes position, and we'll see most of the snow up north, but we are going to see some snowflakes in those upper elevations across the Cascade Mountains. Now, flood potential for Southern California. Here's the swath from just above Bakersfield all the way to San Diego. So if you have any plans to get down there, just be aware of that. Travel impacts mainly in these areas in yellow at moderate and high impact right there in LA and San Diego, where it gets so busy this time of year. So just be aware. Futurecast here, though, things are looking pretty good. We should have very low travel impacts in our region. Other than the clouds and the fog, we'll continue to see that. Here's Thursday night. Cloudy, foggy, and then we'll start to see that system move across the Cascade Mountains, mainly rain showers on the west side. Here comes the snow on the east slopes. That will start to move to the east. We'll see those showers down the lower valley, and this is potentially where we could start to see some trouble on Friday afternoon as people will be heading on I-90. So you'll want to check those past reports and be prepared for winter driving. We also have another band of snow right around 5, busy time of travel, cloudy skies, snow here in the blues across I-84 between Pendleton Pendleton, and LeGrand. So if you're traveling any of those highways, be prepared for winter driving conditions. Have your car packed up, not only with your presents and goodies, batteries, blankets, flashlights, gas cans, all these emergency items that you may need just in case you get stuck on the road. And once you make it over the mountains and through the woods to grandmother's house, here's what it's going to look like. Wet on Friday, Saturday looking pretty good. We're in between systems there. More moisture coming to Seattle on your Christmas Eve. Same thing, Friday we'll see rain in Portland, little break the eve of Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Eve you'll see those showers heading up into the Spokane area. Not as bad. We do see some showers on Friday, looking pretty mild though for Saturday and Sunday. So not a bad travel forecast overall, but those mountain passes could get tricky. Temperatures overnight tonight, once again in the 30s, everybody above the freezing level. So a nice little warm up as we head towards Christmas night. Let's take a look at those temperatures for tomorrow, where we're going to see those temps in the 40s, a little bit of a warm, just slightly above the average. So not a bad looking forecast moving in towards the weekend. Let's plan your day tomorrow. Look for those foggy conditions in the Yakima Valley. A little bit warmer. Nobody at the bus stop, hopefully. I think all the kids are out finally for their winter break, and then we'll see those clouds develop. You'll look for some foggy conditions in the Tri-Cities, also in Walla Walla, and then possibly some sun breaks as we'll start to see some wind blowing in and hopefully getting rid of some of that fog for us tomorrow afternoon. So we'll get to your 7-day planning forecast so we could take a deeper dive into Christmas itself coming up. Jill?
It's no secret that eating a healthy diet is good for the human body. Now research says it can help reduce your risk of one specific disease. That's next on Apple Valley News Now.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal just $5.99, only at KFC.
Home design and remodeling can be overwhelming. At Premier Woodworks, we are with you throughout the entire project. Our in-house designers and project manager will help you design the space of your dreams. Whatever the size of project, Premier Woodworks will help maximize your space and turn your vision into reality. Visit our website, premierwoodworksllc.com, or stop by our newly remodeled showroom at 109 North Washington in downtown Kennewick.
Tonight, tracking new storms threatening to impact holiday travel. Tens of millions driving and flying. Airports bracing for a busy finish to one of the busiest seasons on record. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
A little over 10 years ago, my family and I decided to get involved with the Arc of Tri-Cities to work with the kids to have a good time. We would dance, we would do crafts. But what I didn't know getting involved is how much it would impact me and our family's lives. We're blessed to live here and to work with local nonprofits, so it's really important to support those in need. I'm John Inman, and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Get financing as low as 0.9% on the new Mazda CX-90 during Season of Inspiration.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
In your health news, new evidence suggests eating a plant-based diet could reduce the risk of diabetes. It comes from a British study which examines more than 113,000 people over 12 years. Those who ate the most grains, fruit, and veggies while limiting sweets dropped their diabetes risk by 24%. The study found those who ate the healthiest diet were not overweight, had better blood sugar levels, and lower levels of inflammation. People genetically predisposed to getting diabetes also saw benefits from eating a healthy diet. You can find the study in the journal Diabetes and Metabolism. Now here's a preview of what's ahead in about 5 minutes on World News Tonight with David Muir.
Tonight, tracking new storms threatening to impact holiday travel. Tens of millions driving and flying. Airports bracing for a busy finish to one of the busiest seasons on record. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It's the holiday sale at Furniture Row, so there's no better time to shop the largest selection of sofas, tables, beds, and accessories. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. The holiday sale, only at Furniture Row.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, Pai Gow, Heads Up Hold'em, or High Card Flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy.
Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $87.50 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Shop Goodwill, changing lives through the power of work.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When your toilet's running, your drain is clogged, you've blown a fuse, or your outlet has suddenly just stopped working, your local Ace Hardware store has just what you need to take care of those overwhelming plumbing and electrical issues today. We're right around the corner with a large selection of plumbing and electrical supplies in stock. And we've got the helpful folks that'll answer all your plumbing and electrical questions. Come see us today.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or hauling a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
A giant jackpot win could really change someone's holiday season. The next Powerball drawing is tonight at 8. The jackpot has reached $572 million. Taking the cash option would mean a $286 million payout before taxes. That would be a really nice Christmas present.
Not too shabby, Jill. And
no.
I bought mine. So.
Oh, good for you.
A girl
Yeah.
can dream.
I haven't, but I never have any luck anyways.
Oh, that's all right. All right, let's take a look at our planning forecast and deep dive in there. There's that fog hanging around for Walla Walla and Hermiston. Those showers coming in on Friday, more so towards the foothills there, like Walla Walla. Those temperatures. Saturday, actually not a bad day. And then we're looking like we're going to stay dry for both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Then those showers return the day after. Is that called, you're You should know this, Boxing Day, correct?
Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, yes.
That's on Tuesday. All right, let's look at Tri-Cities and Yakima. We've got that fog there with those showers coming through the area. Most of the fog should get out of the area, Columbia Basin, but we're looking like we're going to stay dry. Tri-Cities, we have a slight chance of some showers, though, in Yakima both Sunday, Monday. So not a bad forecast.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a white Christmas. If you want the white Christmas, you must go to the mountains.
But it's looking like a beautiful Christmas.
That's right.
Anyways, well, World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Apple Valley News Now is back tonight at 6.